feelings away, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, hello and welcome back to Good Mythical Morning. I had a few people message me and tell me that the last video I uploaded wasn't showing up in their sub boxes, so they didn't get notified. So in case you were one of those people or just happened to miss last week's video, just go watch it because it's a pretty good video and it's got a lizard in it that's not mine. So check it out. Thank you. But yeah, welcome back. A few weeks ago, I asked if you guys wanted to do a Q&A. I was really nervous about that because I was genuinely like terrified that like no one was gonna respond to that request because like, I don't know, just a small YouTuber. But yeah, you guys pulled through, so thank you. So I'm just gonna be going over some of those questions. If I didn't answer your question, I probably responded to it in the comments, but if I didn't, just let me know and I'll answer it, or maybe I'll do another video. So if you have more questions, you can just put them in the comments. If not, anyway, let's get started. All right, first question. I'm getting a leopard gecko soon. What should I call it? I don't know, what do you guys think we should call it? We'll do a thread to name this person's leopard gecko down below. My vote is Rasputin. All right, next question. Other than caring for your reptiles, what are you into? Nothing. I'm a completely one-dimensional person. Well, actually, no. Well, as you could probably tell from some of the clips that I've posted in this channel, I like to play games, specifically League of Legends.
Tristan, you could kill him, dude. Look at him. He's so low, Tristan.
I'm so scared of him.
Which is my big public shame. Go hiking and that kind of stuff. Used to love going to see live music. I really haven't been to that many concerts since COVID shut everything down. You can enjoy this video of me at high school from a North Lane show. You can see if you could find me. Yeah, I like watching movies. I haven't watched too many as of recently, just because I kind of got burnt out when we were all in lockdown. I was watching like a movie every day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I probably have other hobbies and things that I do that I'm just not thinking of right now, but hey, you don't need to know 100% of everything that I do. It's kind of weird. Next question. How are you dealing with watching yourself on repeat while editing videos and making cuts and making yourself look funny or cool? This was hard to get over while filming and editing videos for myself. Well, thank you for the question, Jesus. Bold of you to assume that I think that I look funny and or cool in any of my videos. I mean, it was a little uncomfortable at first. I think I was definitely more uncomfortable filming myself than I was editing myself, which is not to say I wasn't uncomfortable, but it's really just like exposure therapy. Like the more you do it, the more used to it you get. And I'm like totally fine with it now, except like if I do or say something cringy, then I'm like, why did I do or say that? Also, if you guys like cool drum covers, you guys should check out Jesus' Instagram. He puts a lot of effort into the music that he covers. So. What is your favorite song off Sour? I will make up when we date. No, I'm just kidding. It's Misery Business. Would you ever want to own an exotic pet that isn't a reptile? I assume that includes amphibians as well. So I won't answer an amphibian because that's kind of a... yeah, I really want a bird. I think birds are really cool. I think it's cool how they're really smart and like, I don't know, they just do really dumb things a lot. Like you guys have seen like bird TikToks and videos of birds on YouTube. I just feel like it would be kind of annoying to have a bird. I'm sure some of you have birds and can probably tell me all about it, but yeah, I'd love to have some sort of very smart bird, like some sort of parrot or parrotlet. Or your opinion on Space Jam? Where do monkeys live? They come from the country of Sugon, from the Ligma regions. How do I survive adult onset Ligma? You invest in dragon. Lizards versus snakes, and do you want to breed anything? Ooh, that's kind of a hard question, because I have a very special place in my heart for snakes. I don't know, I think snakes are really cool to look at, and they're just really cool creatures, and I think that even more so than lizards, snakes are kind of demonized and misunderstood by lots of people. There's lots of historical context to people like disliking snakes. You can trace it back to like, you know, like Judeo-Christian stuff, but also they're praised in many other cultures as well. But also in general, even minus that context, I guess a lot of people just find them kind of creepy, weird, or slimy, and that stigma is kind of not something that I like. I do think though, overall, that lizards are more fun to interact with just because they have a higher propensity for having individual and more unique personalities. So I guess it doesn't really answer your question because I can't really choose between the two because they're two different experiences. I guess personally, snakes are closer to me, but I enjoy handling and interacting with lizards more. I don't really plan on breeding anything. I feel like turning breeding and keeping reptiles into a job, other than doing YouTube, right, would kind of suck a lot of the fun out of it, but it's just not something that I'm interested in. Next question. What's your League of Legends rank? I think I'm silver 2 right now. Do you think Cassiopeia has a cloaca? Oh, I'm sure there are plenty of answers online made by very talented artists that will tell you whether or not Cassiopeia has a cloaca. If all your lizards were drowning and you could only save 3, which 2 in addition to Travis Scott Fortnite would you save? In this situation, all of my lizards are drowning, including a lizard that isn't mine, and I have to save that lizard anyway. Well, Tristan, I would hope that you would go save Travis Scott Fortnite. It's a trick question because I would end up saving all of them. Who are your general inspirations, and do you have a dream pet? The dream pet question came up a lot. I made a video about this, so you should go check that out because it's a pretty good video in my opinion. But as far as my general inspirations, that's kind of hard because, well, no, I guess it's not. Because I have a lot of favorite YouTube channels. I love Red Letter Media. There's these dudes that review like movies and stuff on YouTube, and their sense of humor is so dry and sardonic that, I don't know, it's just the perfect sense of humor in my opinion. You guys should go check those guys out if you like movies or and like satire and dry humor and that kind of stuff.
It's the height of the summer movie season.
Grown Ups 2 is a movie where you can just relax, have a good time, and enjoy the ride.
Sandler and friends turn up the comedy to 11 in this new film that's as satisfying as it is hilarious.
And they're actually pretty well known by a lot of people in the film industry because of their criticism and that kind of stuff. One of the YouTubers that really inspired me to want to make my own channel, because I was just so impressed with how they were using the medium, was ContraPoints. And look, I understand that like ContraPoints is kind of like controversial with a lot of her positions on various issues, but you gotta respect the amount of effort and like production value that goes into making her videos. Like, these things are sometimes over 1.5 to 2 hours long, and there's sets, there's skits, there's legitimately informative information, there's smart arguments, they're funny.
You beta cock. Why did I do that? Can we all agree that Catgirl Nietzsche is by far the most cursed thing I've ever done?
She's really using the platform to its fullest extent. There's a lack of reptile YouTubers on my list of inspirations. And it's not that I don't enjoy watching reptile YouTubers. Like, of course, Go Herping, Clint's Reptile, Snake Discovery, and Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. Shout out Adam, by the way. Thanks for watching my video. Yeah, I still watch a lot of their videos, but I tend not to binge or watch too much of that content because I want to keep my content wholly separate from the rest of the content, reptile content on YouTube. Like, I don't know, I just don't want to make the same video that everyone else makes, you know? I want to keep it at least slightly different and do my own thing. Why green and orange walls? You're doing great, by the way. I love the videos. Oh, well, thank you. You gotta ask me 6 years ago. I just think that color scheme was pretty cool because I wanted something very natural. But the sage green at the time was just one of my favorite colors. And then the orange, I thought it's more of like an Adobe, not Adobe, like, is it Adobe? Let me look it up. Adobe color. Okay, yeah, I guess it's kind of close to Adobe. I just thought that color scheme paired really well together. And I still stand by the fact that this orangish Adobe color goes amazing with like forest green. Like, it's one of the best color combinations you can get. What have you graduated in? Any plans for the future? Yeah, I graduated as a communication studies major. I used to be a zoology major, and I used to have a minor in environmental science and policy, but I dropped both of those because I really wasn't a fan. I love zoology, but I hate chem and physics and calculus, and I was really just missing that creative outlet in school, so I switched. Plans for the future? I need a job. So if anyone's hiring and you're in Southern California and you need someone that talks good like me, let me know. What got you into reptiles? What are your future plans with animals? i.e. starting a shelter, just keeping them as pets, etc. As far as I can remember, I've always been into reptiles. I was that kid that, you know how like everyone when they're young has like a dinosaur phase? I guess you could say I didn't grow out of it. So naturally it's like you can't really have dinosaurs as a pet. I mean, I guess you can have birds or dinosaurs, whatever. To me, reptiles was the closest thing. Reptiles are just cool. They're just so cool. There's also another aspect of them sort of being misunderstood and disliked by a lot of people that makes you just want to love them more than other people. I don't know. It's cool to see that they're getting slightly more mainstream now though. How old were you when you got your first reptile? Oh God, I don't know. I think I was maybe like 9 years old, 10 years old, maybe younger than that. My mom bought me a sulcata tortoise and it died in a year because she didn't know how to take care of it and I didn't know how to take care of it. It was very unfortunate. His name was French Fry. I probably have pictures of him somewhere. Don't buy pets as gifts for people unless you know that they're prepared and they know how to take care of them. Favorite fictional reptile? Oh God, I don't know. Favorite fictional reptile? See, it's like, I'm not sure if this question is like a reptile character from pop culture or if we're talking about like one from mythology. I'll get back to you on that one. I want to give a more nuanced answer. Would you ever own another blue-tongued skink? Oh, totally. I would love to own another blue-tongued skink again. It's actually sad. I haven't really interacted with a blue-tongued skink in so long. I actually used to have one. His name was Moose. You guys may have heard about him on the channel. But he passed away, unfortunately, a few years ago. But yeah, if you find anyone that has a blue-tongued skink that they could let me borrow or even have, just let me know. Yeah, I really miss handling blue-tongued skinks. If you're liking my answers to these questions or just the format of how these videos are laid out, you should probably like this video and also subscribe so that I could keep making these, because the more that you like these videos and the more of you that watch these end up subscribing, the higher chance it is that I will be freed from my prison of labor and I could just do this as a job full time. Do you plan on doing any collaborations with other pet YouTubers / breeding projects? No on the breeding projects. I mean, I'd love to do collaborations with other pet YouTubers. Seeing as though I have a pretty small following and most of them probably wouldn't respond to me even if I asked, probably no. I would love to do a video with Go Herping where we get drunk and talk about things that aren't related to reptiles, because that dude is funny. 'Cause it's like everyone perceives him as like the uwu cute, like wholesome Chungus like reptile guy. Like he's like a hardcore capitalist libertarian on Twitter, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it'd be interesting to talk non-reptile stuff with that man. Do you enjoy the editing process? You make your videos effectively funny and entertaining even if you're unsatisfied. I do and I don't enjoy the editing process. I think editing is really where the video like comes together and becomes the video, because like if I just posted these clips unedited of just me talking, like I feel like it probably wouldn't be as interesting. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I do enjoy the editing process. Sometimes it does feel like work, like if I'm forcing myself to edit when I'm not in the mood, but in general, yeah, it's super fun. What are your favorite colors? Green is my favorite color. All shades of green: Keller green, lime green, sage green, forest green. Runner up, you can go magenta or lavender, I guess. Do you recommend bearded dragons as a starter reptile? Kind of. I think bearded dragons are a really good starter reptile when it comes to like handling, because they can just tolerate so much and they're pretty friendly. And like, I think a lot of people underestimate the care that goes into having bearded dragons, because you have to brumate them. They require large cages that are expensive with UVB, heat spots, and a varied diet. Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles, Adam over there, he made a pretty good video talking about why bearded dragons aren't exactly the best beginner reptiles. So you should check that out for a more nuanced take. Lober. Micro Pachycephalosaurus or T-Rex? What a question. I think the answer is obvious. I'm busy, hang on. You never sent me a follow-up question. Flame Ashley for not actually sending me that question. When are you going to come out? When your dad pulls out a ring? Why do you dislike chameleons? I think they're ugly. I've never had fun holding a chameleon. They seem pretty cool with the way they change colors and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. If I'm being honest, I just think they're boring. Panther chameleons are cool, but in general, I'm just not really a fan. Would you ever consider owning a boa constrictor? Yeah, first animal I get when I move out is either a red-tailed boa or a Brazilian rainbow boa, one of the two. If you put all your reptiles into a fighting ring, who would win? Also, do you still like your Prius? I mean, Bosk would probably tear everyone to shreds, which is not something I want to think about. I guess if we separated all the reptiles into like a weight / species classed 1v1 system, then we could get a bracket going and see who would win. Like a battle between Apollo and Athena. You heard of influencer boxing, now you got reptile death fighting. All right, and that's all the questions. Thanks for asking them. If you want more questions, you just let me know and you put them down below. Thank you, my lovelies, for watching.